Hey, welcome to the patio, guys. This is the first time all five of us in studio. We got a lot talked about tonight. There is a border crisis taking place. It didn't just start yesterday, but you might think it did just by watching the news. CEO of Twitter, there's a new one, and it might not be as free speech loving as we all might want to believe. There is a great terror threat to African Americans, and we'll talk about what Joe Biden thinks that is. Jeremy's Chocolate. We got a new mayor in Chicago, but could it be worse than no Beetlejuice? I don't know, but we're going to find out. How are you tonight, Father Fortenberry?
I am doing well. Getting ready for the big week.
You getting married this week?
No, I actually got an anniversary this weekend.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
But me and the missus, we're going to go hit up to town. And
probably one of the first and only Catholic weddings I ever went to.
It's the only one I ever went to.
Marty Marr, how are you this evening?
Doing good after my long weekend.
Long weekend.
Nice long weekend.
Long weekend.
All right, that button didn't do what it's supposed to. Gary, how are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing fine. Doing very well. I'm glad to be here. I like all the seats here.
Did you have a long week too?
I did. I always have a long weekend. I'll have an even longer weekend next weekend. All the kids playing ball. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
And DW, how are you this fine evening?
I'm good. I'm tired. It's hot. It was hot outside today. I feel like sunburned like Jamie looks.
Yes, I'm a little.
Yeah, actually, I've noticed from the main screen here, who is redder faced, Fortenberry or Hallgo? And I'm not sure we know who that is. We don't really know for sure which one it is.
Close.
So if I were to tell you had a border crisis, what would that mean to you?
That means like every time I try to go to Unborder and eat, it's packed.
I've only eaten there one time. See, it's amazing the things I haven't done very many times. But it's not good Mexican anyway.
I actually think it's all right.
It's Tex-Mex.
I think it's all right.
I think of when Taco Bell, you're at Taco Bell online and the car breaks down in the drive-through line. It used to be really bad. They just recently opened up the West Memphis Taco Bell line where you can actually drive around. But before they had you
trapped. You were in there, man.
I got asked not to come back for a year.
Recently?
You got banned from Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like at Taco Bell, for those that don't know, West Memphis Taco Bell used to be a narrow driveway.
Mm-hmm. You cross the border.
So like I waited all the way to the line, get to the little order box, had a sign that said, "Sorry, cash only."
Would you go out through Wendy's?
No. I was stuck. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? By the time I get to the window, I'm gonna say my piece.
And you said
I was pretty rude.
Did you throw change through the window?
I had no money. I thought I had to throw a
okay,
card
but
out.
look, seeing how everyone for the longest made you not paying cash, it was touchless payments.
Yep.
To then go, oh no, it's cash only. That just seems...
Well, their machine was down, which is not my
Yeah,
problem.
it just sucks that you can't get out of their drive-through line.
That's what.
It's
well, they should have
different
a
now.
sign on the front end.
Yeah, the front of where you enter.
It's different now.
Entree.
Enter. Huh?
It's different now.
Yeah, now it's like double wide. You can go around now.
Yeah.
Since they redid the whole place.
So there's
you
a
could
new
have just
border.
parked your car there and walked over to the bank and got some money.
I should have. You know what? I missed a golden opportunity.
You should have sent Charlie. You've been like, Charlie, run over there and get me some money.
Because, it's not far.
I bet the gas station across the street had an ATM.
I showed my buddy Sharky's one time too.
Like in Florida?
No, like the one that wasn't Memphis.
Nah,
Oh, that's
West
Sharky's.
Memphis.
Oh, yeah. What'd you do? What?
I ordered a shrimp hoagie or something like that, and they gave me fish. And she said, "Well, hand me that sandwich. I'll fix you another one." I said, "No. I'm drove back around just to bitch at you, and you're not spitting on my food. I'm leaving."
I've done ate the fish sandwich, dadgummit. I
can't give it back.
Can't give it back.
I can't give it back. Dude.
Yeah, that's how they ought to do it. They give you the food first and have you pay later and be like,
Well, I mean, I didn't want to, because it got a little heated. I didn't want them to fix my sandwich after they done got mad at me.
No, for sure.
They give you
All right,
chocolate. They give you a chocolate cake too.
I went through Wendy's. I said, I need a Frosty. They said, what flavor? I said, chocolate.
Yep.
They was like, no, we ain't got chocolate. All we got is vanilla.
That's not a Frosty.
Why ask?
Why'd you even ask? Ain't but two flavors.
Yeah, so well, here's what I'm going to give you.
That vanilla thing is something. It's got to be called something else.
It ain't a Frosty. I mean,
It's not a
what
Frosty.
were we talking about? This went off the wheels quick.
Well, that's because you
We're on the
somehow
border.
assumed that Taco Bell came from Mexico, which it did not. It is the furthest from Mexican food. But anyway, what we were talking about was the border crisis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. some would argue it's the worst in American history. There's been over 6 million people a year coming across the border. And Donnie turned us on to this a week or two ago. He was talking to some people, but I've now seen it on social media. I've seen it, I think, on TikTok, a few other places. There's a huge amount of Chinese migrants or Chinese nationals
Yeah, they're all military age males.
that are in Mexico coming across the border. So how would they get there? Is this an invasion?
Yeah.
Is it an invasion
By
if
definition.
if we're letting them come in?
I don't know that we
You're
are.
not
I think
necessarily
we're
worse
just so
than
weak
letting
we
it-
can't stop it.
Do you know that everyone that crosses the border illegally gets handed a little bag with a cell phone? They get a free cell phone and free minute. So they got a free cell phone. Told to come back. They have a court date in 2033. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I'm about ready to take Sam to Mexico and send him back across the border
That's what I was going to say.
and just see how long he can roam freely.
I want to see how many cell phones we can get.
Yeah, cell phones are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, we could all just like keep coming back and forth selling cell phones.
I mean, are they like galaxies
slinging
that
them.
that catch on fire? Or are they like?
It's probably an
iPhones?
iPhone like 15 or whatever they
It's
got
probably
now.
one. Yeah, it's probably like a prototype.
Newer than the ones we
iPhone.
got.
It's an iPhone that.
And you know what frustrates me is I have guys that work under me right now that are going through the process, and it is a long ordeal. Like I have to go do a letter.
Yeah.
You know,
You got to have a sponsor and all that
yeah. I
kind of
mean,
stuff.
this guy's been in the process for 3 years already. It's $50,000 in.
So these people that are coming over like this, though, these 6 million or however many, Donnie and I actually a year ago met one of the border agents in Punta Cana, and he claimed there was 2 million or something had come over, or 200,000 the previous month. He said they can't do anything about it. He was Puerto Rican, but cool dude. I don't remember his name. Do you
I don't
remember his
even
name?
remember that story.
He wasn't supposed to be
he
there.
was
either.
there, but he was visiting. But so if it's 200,000 a month, and now we're getting they're getting 10,000 a day right now. Those border towns, they can't go much further than that. Other than they did deliver, I think, a couple busloads
That's
into
what they're
Kamala's
counting.
house.
Did y'all see the pictures of people door dashing to the fence?
No,
Yeah,
hold up, what?
They were
Yeah.
door dashing to
to
the
the fence. Yeah, I saw a video of it. They
to the wall.
Yeah, to the wall.
They were
door
getting
dashing.
food delivered with
the
their new
wall.
cell phone, their free cell phone they got.
It comes with free apps too.
I didn't know it was the cell phone part, but I mean, yeah, there's videos of them door dashing to the wall.
Welcome to America. Have some DoorDash.
It
to
is.
the window to the wall.
Are you pulling it up?
They're all over TikTok.
We delivered
Yep.
all.
DoorDash to the border fence.
DoorDash should jump on this golden opportunity. For,
So
They are.
you know what that means? They've got money loaded on their phone.
hey, is that an
And
international
excess
trans-
cash because
Yeah.
DoorDash is expensive.
Is
You
that
think
an
they're money?
international transaction?
Not. It depends on which side of the fence you're on.
Hey, if they put Uber on it, they just get a ride to Phoenix.
Yeah, have
Look,
an Uber pick
yeah,
them up.
Hey, look. Let's.
Instead of Uber Deluxe, it'd be
All
like
right,
Uber
everybody
Coyote.
contact your congressman and tell him these free cell phones need an Uber app, and we're going to just have them all delivered directly to Kamala Harris's house.
They're
Like
looking for the
others.
Uber that holds like 54 people.
Yeah, the Uber Coyote.
Like, what you got?
Did you guys? So they're still busting them, up north, and the people of Chicago. It was the south side of Chicago.
They busting.
No, well, but they
Bussin'.
threw a fit because they were bringing them up there and saying it's ruining their city.
I think the Democratic Party is ruining that city. It may not be, the people from Mexico or
Yeah, they got stuff running their city. It's not immigrants.
no, it's not immigrants. Well, I heard recently on the news today that New York's talking about taking their stuff off the being a state, a sanctuary state.
Who is?
New York City,
Because they're full.
because they're full. They can't handle it. They're talking about having
They can't say hey.
no. I mean, you voted for this. You're a sanctuary city.
You
You voted for
get
this.
the government you deserve.
You do. You know.
Oh, you're right. Here it is. New York mayor wants to revoke the New York sanctuary.
Oh my!
He's also calling it racist that people were sending immigrants there.
Isn't he the one that also went down to the border and was like, "This is ridiculous"?
I have no idea, but
I think he did
he
that.
said,
about
he
4
said it's
months
kind of
ago.
odd that they're only sending them to black ran cities. But those are also liberal cities that have said that, hey, we,
that they're sanctuary cities.
yeah.
Well, you call yourself sanctuary city. Now back it up. Texas can't handle all these people.
So the new mayor of Chicago has taken, I guess, his seat, I guess you would say. And now he is threatening to tax all the companies, like tax rich people. That's how he's going to support all of this. And now all the additional companies besides the Walmart and those guys are now threatening to leave. So business is threatening to leave Chicago. All the blue cities have lost business or lost support, or they've lost even being able to purchase. They've lost the brick and mortar stores, all those things. Does anybody really care? And is this going to become a topic for the election?
When you can come in and steal anything you want without any repercussions,
Well,
they take a huge loss.
This is a dragon eating its own tail. All these corporations have pushed for liberal agendas. Yeah. Now they're reaping the reward of extra taxes.
I was talking to a guy the other day at a Goodwill. He is a manager, or he's an assistant manager at one of the big box stores. And I was just talking to him, and he said he recently started working there, became an assistant manager, and he said he can watch people steal stuff, and he can't do anything about it.
Here, local?
It's in Tennessee. Yeah, very local.
Well, I mean, Goodwills are stealing anyway.
Well, he wasn't working at Goodwill.
Oh, okay.
I saw him at a Goodwill, and I talked to him there, but he worked it for another place. He worked for a big box store.
So, Gary, what this is saying is that you could go into that store and buy and resell whatever
and
you want.
He can't do nothing about it. I can just go in there and just takes whatever I want.
They'd arrest you.
Oh, you'd be on the camera on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I wave. Like this.
I recognize that limp wrist.
I'm still not sure why enforcing the law is such a bad thing when it comes to dealing with poor people or minorities or hungry people or homeless. I'm not sure why they are immune to the law. I guess because
there are things in place to help already, right?
Because they're victims.
It's a victim mentality. I mean, just like look at New York. We have a guy who is probably going to jail.
He's going to jail.
Prison.
At
He's
least
going to go to prison.
At least for manslaughter, I guarantee it.
Yeah, he has no way of.
There's no way around it.
Yeah, he's going to prison.
Does he deserve it? No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't deserve it.
Well, I say that by what has been released, he does not deserve it. Now there might be
something
other stuff
else.
I don't know about, but the facts that have been released.
I mean, yeah,
he stopped a guy from committing acts of violence, and then he tried to render aid.
That's really the kicker. The fact that he tried to render aid really disputes the whole thing.
Yeah, they tried to bring him back, and they laid him on his
Look,
side.
all we can hope is that the jury is full of patriots, and it most likely won't be. Not at all.
Oh no, it's not.
No,
it's
it's
in New
not.
York.
Only thing now,
there's a subreddit group that was strictly made to tell people where this guy was located so you could avoid him. That's how much of a terror this guy was to the bus or the trains of New York.
The guy that died.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no telling what he's on.
So
No telling what he was on
the
that
entire
night.
city knows this guy's a problem, but now
From my understanding, he tried to kidnap a child. Am I correct? Wasn't
Yeah,
that one of
something
the
he's-
allegations?
he's
He's
attacked-
been convicted of that.
He was
he's
convicted.
attacked several elderly women.
Okay, so
He
it's
got
not,
like no time at all, basically.
and it wasn't like this guy is the only guy that tried to subdue him. There was multiple people trying to subdue this guy.
I mean, he's 30. He's been arrested 42
So,
times.
so this guy is the one that put him in a chokehold, but
hard
there
to
was
do.
also an African American, I believe African American. I know for sure there was an Hispanic man there,
Yeah.
helping
he's
him.
white adjacent.
Well, it depends on if you're Hispanic Republican, you're white.
You're-
If you're a black Republican, you're white.
Well, if you're a black Republican or Hispanic Republican, you're a racial slur is what you are.
Oh, yeah. that's
They
true.
have-
and it's
they
okay
have-
to call you that.
They
apparently,
label-
They have
according
word,
to that.
they can call you that.
They can label you, but if you label anybody else, that's
Look,
not cool.
next episode we're gonna have video so you guys can watch these things I'm talking about because we're gonna play snippets. But one thing, if you haven't watched it, I want you to go look on YouTube at Joe Biden's commencement speech at Howard University, because he is, of course, one of the few white people there. He stands up and he tells this group of highly educated, highly motivated black students who are graduating to go out into the workforce that the biggest threat to them, the biggest terror threat to the livelihood of those black people is, guess what? White supremacy. White people are the biggest threat.
So himself.
Himself. So a guy who on tape is a racist. This guy there's lots of things in history that this guy is saying racist comments. I mean, he would give Archie Bunker a run for his money. And he is standing up.
Hold on. Just say Archie Bunker never provided a eulogy for the former KKK member.
That's correct. Didn't Archie just raise his hand to his wife all the time?
And he hated George. He always was racist
well,
toward
they
George
hate
Jefferson.
George.
No, he ended up liking
Yeah.
him, but still he was racist toward him.
That's
But anyway,
actually some of the better.
but it's kind of disturbing because dude looks like he could be white without a sheet on him. He's so old, and he's standing there, and he is giving this commencement speech, and he tells these people, not that, hey, great job, you're going to go out to the world, do great things, that the future's bright for you, but that we're going to protect you from these white people that's holding you down.
I feel like the scariest things for them is democratic society.
What was the crowd's
Democrats.
response?
Kind of,
They clapped, but it was kind
you know,
of
kind of like you had to
awkward.
clap.
Like a few people clapped.
They-
and
they-
it was
Yeah,
like-
There were Twitter
Twitter.
responses from a few of them, though, that was not very positive.
They had the sitcom
Well,
applause
look,
sign.
obviously I can't think like a highly educated young African American person, but I can tell you right now, to assume that you're incapable of doing something because of your color of your skin is the most racist shit you could
It's
ever
very
have.
racist.
You know, I haven't seen this story, but Jamie, you may have listened to what I did today. They were talking about a story of a lady in Georgia who this school decided to take all of the black children and put them in one class. What would you call that?
Racism,
segregation.
segregation. Yeah.
And she notified the school and asked, why was my daughter put in a class with only African Americans? You know what they told her?
Why?
We were fearful. We were afraid for her to be in with the white people.
So we're just reverting back is all we're doing. We haven't made any progress on anything, have we?
No, we've made a bunch of progress.
The
but
thing is,
we've lost so much
You
in
wanna
the
go
last
backwards
5
again.
years.
no, I don't think I think for most people, it's not even a point of contention. You know, I think for most people, they're not paying any attention to this bull crap. I think that the thing is, when the ballot comes out, most people haven't even looked at anything. They're going to go and they're going to say, oh, I always vote Democrat because they support me. I always vote Republican, and it's a straight ticket. And they know that. They know that. The people running for office know that crap.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
Arkansas is
terrible.
one of the few states that you can't do a straight ticket. You know, a lot of states you can go there and just press a button and say, I want all Republicans.
But they
all
still
Democrats.
list it. I think it was Tim Pool I heard say we need to list candidates
agree.
Without their
Beautiful, love it.
without their parties,
So you're either going
party
to
affiliation.
no party
vote
affiliation.
blind or
At least you
or
got to
learn.
do a little research.
Yeah.
right?
Well, Tim Pool also was saying, well, you should also have to be an informed voter, and talked about even like going back to the, when you sign up for the draft, when you turn 18, that his idea would be is if you sign up for the draft, then you then had the ability to vote. So therefore, you could at 18 decide you don't want to vote, you don't have to sign up for the draft. You don't have to go into selective service whatsoever.
I personally think we're going to do like Israel, and everybody's required to do 2 years of military.
I'm good with that. At least
I think
now.
it's actually I know this. It's 3 years for males, 2 years for females.
In Israel, yeah, I mean, I think that's a beautiful idea.
But now you got skin in the game with your country.
Did you guys see where, I can't remember, I'm going to look this up real quick, but there was a Democratic lawmaker elected to office, and when they were having, I think it was a city councilman or woman, when they were going to start the city council meeting, they were supposed to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and they asked the Democratic lawmaker to lead the Pledge. She had no idea. She could not recite
Wow.
I probably hadn't said it in 25 years. I guarantee you I could say it right now.
It's because it was taken out of schools.
Gary, do you know the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
That's
indivisible,
with
with liberty and
statue
justice
of liberty
forever.
for all.
For all.
Oh,
for all.
never mind.
Terry says Statue of Liberty, giving everybody a statue.
But yeah, I mean, that was ingrained in my head.
yes, everyone gets the Statue of Liberty.
For all of you.
For all of us.
Yes.
Jeremy's Chocolate, they came out with the he, him bars and the she, her, which are nutless, of course.
Yeah, one's got nuts, the other one's
So they've got a new size,
That's
a
actually
smaller size, the microaggression sized bars. I found that funny. Yeah.
So you
Give it to every kid
You
you know.
missed the
that's
story that me and Gary was talking about.
Yeah, you
Oh, what
missed
was it?
that.
There was a professor. I can't remember what college he was at.
Oh, I don't know either. It was a
Gary
smaller
said-
college.
I had
Gary
this on
said-
my list the other night, I think. Go ahead.
Okay, Gary said he was gay, and I did not.
He was.
He was
I
gay.
remembered it.
I
Yeah.
don't really know if that matters, but it's I guess part of the story.
He's a conservative, a gay conservative.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
he was removed. Was he let go?
Yes, he was he was
Or put on
prob-
leave.
He was put
He
on
was
leave.
put on leave for having those candy bars in his room.
No, and he was doing some type of get together or something, and he
At home. It wasn't on
And he had
campus.
and it wasn't on campus, and he had a bunch of chocolates laid out, and he just had extra Jeremy chocolates, and it was just essentially one person. Oh, Donnie's got a cramp.
Rub it for him, Gary. Gary, rub it.
Rub.
It, Gary. Gary, you can rub it. Oh, I wish I
Oh,
could.
I
zoom in
have a
on
cramp
that.
too, Gary.
But yeah, he had a bunch of chocolate bars laid out, and they just weren't Jeremy's chocolates. He just had a few of them laid out, and there was one lady got real upset about it and said, "What's this about?" And he's like, "Well, go look it up. Go see what their business model's like. I don't care."
Says about these nuts.
And he essentially, I think cops showed up at his house like the next day and served him.
Was it in
something from the
California?
school. No,
It is for, Madura Community College in California. It's a community
Okay.
college.
So you can call the hate hotline.
Yep, and he is a gay professor.
Oh, that's right. We were going to talk about that. We'll talk about it next night.
So, but yeah, he was a gay professor and got in trouble for having Jeremy's chocolates. So, just because you're a part of the LGBTQ Spirit Plus community, they'll come after you if you don't go with their agenda.
So,
right.
speaking of California, Dave Chappelle, he said, "What the F happened to this place?" Talking about San Francisco. It's like half Glee, half zombie movie at the surprise gig as he recalls homeless person defecating outside an Indian restaurant he was about to eat in.
That food must have been hot.
So on the West Coast,
your tummy.
we've got these cities all the way from the north to south like this, where the homeless have really just taken over public land. Then along our southern border, we have this influx of migrants that's taken over, and we're shipping them even to the East Coast. I guess in the southern part of the East Coast, we're pretty normal, right? I guess from probably North Carolina down to Florida, and then
I don't know.
Gulf
Florida
Coast.
man has never been normal.
I don't
Well,
like you
depends where you
labeling
get
me as normal. I don't want to be labeled as normal.
But then the upper Northeast is insane. Are we getting cornered here? 'Cause we got Canada pushing down from the north. We got people fluctuating, waiting, or flowing in from Canada with other ulterior motives. Or are we just kind of like getting crunched in here in the middle? How long till this bullcrap, all of this shit just makes its way over here by us?
Sorry to hear.
Yeah, it's here.
Not to the extent of these
here.
other places.
How many illegal Canadians do we have here?
Leonard.
Leonard's
He's
not.
legal.
He's an
He's
American citizen.
He
now.
is a citizen.
He is a
By God,
citizen.
He will fight you over that.
He's
He
a
sure
citizen.
will. He sure will. He don't want that health care in Canada. He'll tell you about it.
I don't want
He don't want that assisted suicide.
No, he don't want that. This is suicide. They don't want to take
Leonard,
him.
we want you to stay with us.
I
No
forgot
assisted
about that.
suicides.
Yeah, stick around here, Leonard. Let's see. I did have a story. Let me see if I can find the one about Miller Lite. Oh, no, here's a good story. The Durham report has come out. So the Durham report, this is literally just breaking news before we went on air, just
Yeah, this
before we
is
started
big.
recording. So the Durham report was the FBI, or no, it wasn't the FBI.
CIA, man.
CIA, whoever did the report, found the Departments of Justice, FBI, failed to uphold mission of strict fidelity to the law in the Trump-Russia probe. Former President Trump said Monday that former FBI Director James Comey and Democrats need to be held accountable for spending years investigating alleged collusion between Trump and Russia. Now that Special Counsel John Durham has released a report that says the Trump-Russia probe never should have been launched.
He's right, and nothing will ever happen.
Go figure, right?
Nothing
You
will
know,
happen.
look.
Did
once
you
again-
guys watch Town Hall?
Yeah, well, I listened to it.
They hammered him about. Will you admit that it wasn't a stolen
Oh, yeah.
election? Would you admit? But yet here we are from the 2016 election.
Sounds pretty stolen.
Well, but the 2016 election is the one that they claimed
Yeah.
he stole due to Russian collusion, and no one will even talk about that.
I feel like Comey and them should be sued for the amount of
Well,
tax dollars we spend on this
And
investigation.
here's the thing. There's a difference between stealing an election and manipulating the votes because of COVID. When you allow so many people to vote from home,
Ballot harvesting. is what-
yeah, I mean,
what
you get
happened.
ballot
Oh,
harvesting.
We might as well let them
absolutely.
vote from the phone like American Idol. 10
Yeah.
votes a person.
Just text it
Yeah,
in.
I got-
99 cents per vote.
I got 17 phones.
Oh, how much money could they make off 99 cents a vote? Ooh,
Nobody vote.
Nobody vote 99 cents.
you're right.
No,
I'll vote
that-
100 times.
Well, I don't think you should. I don't know. Would it be illegal for
I
you
think
to
you
have to
just
pay
had
to
like,
vote?
like
Yeah,
Bill
that's a
Gates
poll
or
tax.
somebody.
That's a poll
I
tax.
mean, we can't even expect people to have an ID to vote. Why should we expect them to have to pay to vote? But I think it'd be a great idea. We're ready to raise money. So, Joe Biden, start charging people to vote.
Do it.
Do it.
You gotta get that ice cream money.
So, like, I think a good way to raise money is like at the border, do like an American Gladiator, and like,
If you get hit by the tennis ball, you get to stay.
No,
if
kind of
you-
like Running Man. You remember the movie
yeah,
Running
Running
Man
Man.
from the 80s?
Oh, that's
yeah.
good. Oh, with
yeah,
Arnold
but
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
but like survivors get to come across and they put a pay per view and make money.
Yeah.
They get a portion of the money and the
like
rest
the
goes
Hunger
together.
Games, but different.
That's pretty cool. But we make it a show like Cops, though.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It'd be great. Cops was a great show. It still comes on sometimes.
Yeah, that's gonna
I think there's a new one.
That's gonna get us banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So, look, there's a story. I haven't been able to look it up. I'm just going to mention it out there. There's a story that certain CVS, you may have heard this today, Jamie, CVS drugstores now are selling sex toys, and they've put them on the
Next to
same
the
aisle
kid
as
stuff.
children's toys.
Why on the same aisle as is it?
Do you really need to ask?
I mean, I guess they're all toys, but
They're sexualizing our youth.
Yes.
Touche. Hey, is he wrong?
am I wrong?
I didn't say you're wrong.
Yeah, you got your grown-up toys and kids' toys. They're all toys, right, Gary?
That's right.
You play with them all.
So your 5-year-old says, Daddy, I want that big rubber thing.
Yep, got to collect them all.
Is it a dinosaur?
It looks kind of like one.
Yeah.
Starts
could
with
be.
a
It's
D.
a dinosaur.
No, but why would they do
Dinosaurus
that?
Dinosaurus Rex.
Look, I want everybody to go out there and you go to your local CVS, and if you find this, take a picture, and I want you to post it in the comments below.
Hey.
But first, back out and like us, follow us. We had one of our biggest videos last week. Still not really sure why. We think we were talking about maybe Trump, but one of our biggest downloads, over 300 downloads on that episode we released last Thursday.
Yep.
So go like us, love us, hate us, whatever you want to
Hey,
do.
you
You can tell how red Jamie's face is
Yeah, you sending videos from Target?
Tarjay? What happened
with
to
all
Tarjay?
of the Pride stuff. Well, we are coming up on next month is Pride Month. I think it should be American Pride
That's
Month.
when Gary's going to Disney, isn't it?
Nope.
On Pride Month?
I'm not.
Are you going to Pride Month? at
No,
Disney?
I'm going to PML City Beach. I'm not going to Disney.
We're so
June?
proud.
Well, you
For
said
volleyball.
you said
July.
you was worried about someone shoving something down your throat, so I didn't know.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
that
That's
was a
right.
couple
That was at
episodes
Disney. That's right.
Jeez.
I just wanted to go. Yeah. I remember that. Are we gonna talk about the John Morant story anytime soon?
I'm
we
glad you
almost forgot
mentioned
about
it.
that because
I did
I know
almost
you were
forget
working
about
your way out. But that's
No,
not big
actually,
news.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
We hadn't been going
Miller
that
Lite.
long. We got a little. Yeah, I got Miller Lite to talk about. I got John Morant. Let's talk about John Morant a little bit. So, John Morant. This is the Mid South. So we, actually, I'm a Grizzlies fan. Probably the first team since I love the Bulls from the '90s that I really like watching. Their physical team. There's a big team. You got Ja, who's an up-and-coming superstar, made a lot of money. He signed a huge contract for this little city of Memphis here.
Cost himself a ton of money.
Well, he got caught with a gun in a nightclub. It cost him about $40 million for that alone. And then after the season's over, actually just this past weekend, there is video showing Ja again with a weapon in his hand. I have not seen the video. You guys can probably talk to it a little bit more, but he has since been suspended from all NBA activities by the Grizzlies.
So first off, what he did apparently, there's nothing illegal that I saw. Right?
No, there's
No,
nothing.
no,
There's
no.
nothing wrong from my
It's-
standpoint. No.
This isn't a legality issue.
It's poor weapons handling for one, just because he's pointing the gun all over the place. Right? It's just irresponsible weapon handling,
Dude, that's how I drive down the interstate.
and then it's also
Oh yeah.
You drive.
You
that
just
for
like
safety.
randomly shoot.
yeah.
I mean,
it's
where was he
also
at?
the fact of the perception that he puts off. Well, people are like, well, it's no different than a person. People take the weird pictures with their whole family holding guns. Like
That
those
is weird.
those are strange too, in my opinion. They're not hunting or anything. They're just in their house on a Christmas card holding their guns. Those are freaking strange too.
Yeah, they're goofy.
It's no different than doing your whole clout thing for a purpose. But he's doing this trying to be like thug in this gangster life. Dude, you were in Memphis, Tennessee, one of the most dangerous places in the U.S. You're gonna do that mess and be slipping. You're gonna end up like Dolph.
Well,
Because somebody's gonna catch you, and you're
So
gonna pull
this
it
man
on. You're
has-
gonna pull it on the wrong dude, and they're gonna bust your tail.
this dude has enough money to pay people to carry guns around him. He doesn't have to carry the gun.
That's right.
Well, so here's what strikes me as odd. He is like the reverse of Zebo. Zebo was about that life.
I'm
He
more
pretended
hood.
to be clean.
Yeah, Zebo was the
Look,
thug.
this
Yeah.
dude though, he's not just losing out on his NBA career. You got
Dude, he lost $40 million
Hold on, it's worse
last
than
week.
that, Jamie.
Last week.
LeBron James. He's not got long left in the league. He's been the face of the league for 25 almost years. He was the face of the league when he was in high school. You got the 3-point shooter Steph. He doesn't have many years left.
But he's never been the face of the league either.
Well, but there's a time he was up
John Morant was one of the
He was
most
about to
marketable
become-
people that could have became the face.
there. He was
of
going
the
to become the
NBA.
next Jordan.
You had it was going between Ja, Joker, and Embiid.
I don't think Joker ever would. No, but
No.
Jason Tatum now, that cat,
Tatum's hard.
he's hard. But Giannis, and see, he's not American. Joker's not American.
Well,
Joker's
none of
bad
them have
dude.
the pizzazz. They wanted Jaws pizzazz, just not like this.
Yeah,
That's true. I mean,
that's
They
it.
wanted that hustle thing, but not
Joker's a
like
great
this.
white hope.
But the
So,
thing
I mean,
is, he's
That
been
dude can ball.
he's awesome. He reminds me of my playing style. Actually, he's old school playing style.
Yeah,
But,
he might, y'all look, y'all real similar. Playing
Very
style,
similar, yeah.
build,
everything.
Speed,
money, got something about
agility.
money.
money.
But Ja, man, so this dude's now been silent. When did this come out? 24 hours ago. He needs to be out there taking ownership of this and being the face of it and telling everybody how wrong he was. I don't think he ever come out.
He needs to
the
go
first
sit
time and
down
said it
and
was
shut
wrong.
up.
No,
That's
his
what he
daddy
needs
needs to
do.
shut the
They
hell
all
up.
need to, man.
His
Stay
daddy's
off
the one that I'm blaming
Instagram.
this on.
Stay off all these platforms, man. Don't be putting your
Well, I
business
think it was
out there
one of
like
his
that.
boys.
If I was
Wasn't it one of
Ja,
his
No,
boys?
they were on Instagram Live.
yeah, but I mean, he knows what's going on. If I'm Ja Morant, man, I'm carrying a gun too, but I'm gonna do it like a responsible gun carrier. You know,
I don't know.
Nothing's wrong
I'd
with
pay
carrying
some
a
big
gun.
white dude to carry a gun around
I'm gonna
me
carry a
if I'm
gun
Ja.
like Joker did in Batman Returns or whatever. With where he pulls out that gun, it's like 6 feet long.
Oh yeah,
Look,
yeah.
if you're going to do it, you might as well get you like a grenade launcher. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
carry that some bitch around
Definitely.
with you.
So what's the over under and how many months? Maybe 6. Let's say 6 months where the Jaws end up in Ross Dress for Less. You know the John
What?
Morant shoes.
Oh,
What's
Oh.
6 months over under? Or they end up in Ross Dress for Less.
what's the over under? How many games is he gonna miss out on next year?
I'm gonna say 50.
I think half a year. Yeah, I
I'm
think
trying
so.
to think
it
30.
really
I'm saying
depends on
30.
what Nike does. I don't know what his agreement ended up being with the NBA as far as what they talked about, but I mean, really, it didn't do anything illegal. It's thugged out, but it probably hits that whole "you support us, we don't want this image in our contract" kind of thing.
Yeah,
So-
but they have clauses where you got to make.
Oh, I'm sure they do, where you have to do certain things and uphold the image of the NBA and your team and all this kind of stuff.
I say 30 games.
I think he's gonna.
And you know what? The 30 game
I think
mark.
half season at least.
The reason I say 30 game mark is NBA just did that rule where you have to play.
Oh,
in
yeah, they'll
like
keep him
28
from making any
Yep.
awards.
Yeah, 20. It'd be like 28 games to be eligible.
So it'll
for
cost
the
him
award.
at least another $40-50 million.
Yep, another $40 million.
He's got to do 30 games, and then he's also got to handwrite the employee handbook 3 times.
All I know is the world of beer.
I
Jamie,
will
what have we
not
been
do this
telling?
again.
What have we been telling the beer manufacturer?
We've been telling. Well, I was saying to drink local. I mean, I'm not drinking
But
local
leave
today.
the politics out
Yes.
of it.
Out of our drink.
I want a beer can.
Okay, so Bud Light,
beer
they're
in it.
still suffering from this one can they made with
I heard
Dylan Mulvaney. You heard what?
they have a coupon out.
Ooh, coupon.
Oh, yeah?
A coupon.
What's the coupon for?
I hear $20 off a 24 pack.
Oh my gosh.
Times have gotten bad. boy.
$20 off a 24 pack?
So
So it's
you-
like $3 or something.
It's,
wasn't
it's like $3 a 24
So
pack.
everyone's going to
That's
go
it.
get this beer that's about to expire.
No,
That's
no,
what's about to
people
happen.
people still are buying it.
They're,
I wouldn't
they're
buy
going
it
after.
either.
They're going after.
It's a manufacturer's rebate.
They're going after the extreme couponers. Is what they're doing. They're like, we're gonna get all the extreme couponers. You know that buy all the
What does a
toilet paper and whatnot.
24-pack cost now? It's not.
Probably like $24.
So basically get it for $4.
I wouldn't buy it for $3 just 'cause I think it's a crappy beer. It ain't got nothing to do with Dylan.
Well, that's not going to
Mulvaney.
change the taste of the beer. No, you're exactly
So
right.
they're losing money, and then when they start picking up all this out of date beer, it's going to be even more than that.
I tell you should take advantage.
Yeah, I
of
think
this.
that's really why they're doing the
Oh, yeah.
coupon, to get rid of the out-of-date stuff. We're still about to go out there.
Farmers should take advantage of this because horses like beer.
They should.
Yeah,
My dogs like beer.
there you go.
Dude,
We
I was
like
on
beer.
the porch the other day. My dogs were tearing up some bourbon.
There you go.
What kind? Some of that $10 shit you've been buying?
No, they were on, what were they?
They're on some of
It's
that.
either Rocktown or Woodford.
They're on that fighting cock.
Okay, but so Bud Light's got their problem. But
Bird-
now,
bird dog.
but look, Miller Lite goes, we got to join in on the idiocy.
Miller Lite.
It's time beer made it up to women, Miller Lite said. Miller Lite apologizes for using women in bikinis to sell beer after campaigns featuring Sofia Vergara, who's beautiful,
Who's
Meghan
that?
Markle,
Okay,
Pam
how much
Anderson.
did they pay them, and how much these women profit off that doing it by choice?
They didn't complain.
I know they
didn't.
made tons of money for being beautiful women, right?
Can you? I like to sit back and imagine like the boardroom. Okay, so Miller Lite goes, all right, we're getting some market share here because of
Stupid,
Dylan
man.
Mulvaney. What can we do more freaking stupid?
Let's screw this
as
up.
stupid as that. Let's apologize for putting beautiful women in bikinis, who are in bikinis anyway, to represent our brand for the people who actually buy our beer, the hardworking blue collar Americans who actually are buying more Miller Lite now because they don't want Bud Light.
Oh my gosh.
So dumb.
What the hell's wrong with the United States? What's wrong with the world? What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with these CEOs and head of marketing? And what are they doing? They're so disconnected.
The great Al Bundy once said,
The great Al Bundy.
Yes.
men drink, or sexy women sell beer because men drink beer. Men drink beer. I can't remember exactly.
Because sexy women sell it.
Yeah, but basically,
No, but it was because of
It
it
had
was the
something to do with
little
men drink beer because they're married to women or something like that.
But yeah, I mean,
But Al was right.
What if we did a new Married with Children?
My light went out.
That'd be okay.
A new Married with Children?
Would it even make it on the air?
no.
Oh,
no.
God, no.
I bet we
no.
could do it. Put it on Twitter.
How many shows from the 80s and 90s would still be able to air today?
Very, very few, probably.
Who would sit there and watch the episode of Married with Children? As a kid, I used to think, oh, Peg's this old woman. And
Oh no, I thought she was.
I always
sexy.
thought she was
Dude,
hot.
I did
I'm
too.
like-
I did too.
Like,
I always
what's-
thought Peg
what's
looked
Al,
good.
What's Al complaining about over here?
Oh, I always thought Peg looked good.
She was
I
also
don't know
hot
why
on Futurama as well.
Well, she was a cartoon, but yes.
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 Futurama couldn't be played today. It's amazing
No.
that South
no,
Park is.
no.
South Park's on HBO Max now, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
It's no
that
longer
can't
on
be
Comedy Central.
played.
I thought it was on Comedy Central. I watch reruns of it all the time on Comedy Central.
I think the new ones are all.
Are all the new ones only on HBO?
I think so. No, I might be wrong on that.
Your president's trying to make another brilliant move. He wants power plants to cut pollution by 90% or be shut down.
What is China going to do?
So stupid.
Considering
They're going to attack as soon as the lights go out because we shut off all of our power
So how
plants.
does a power plant shut or reduce waste by 90%?
Shut it down.
shut it down.
People are dumb.
Or they spend it's something like an amazing amount of money you spend to.
So
Clean
they
them up.
talk about clean coal. Has anybody been to the Plum Point coal plant over here?
Well, I see it every day, but I haven't been up there.
All right, so like clean coal. You watch, you go up there and watch where they're burning the coal off, and you have no concept of there's even a smoke.
Huh.
You can't see it. It's clean coal.
You got steam coming out. Yep.
Well, I mean, there's a fire there, but the way the way it burns off so clean that you can't see smoke at all.
So the EPA claims that those new guidelines would impact pollution and would prevent 1,300 premature deaths, more than 800 hospital emergency room visits, more than 300,000 cases of asthma
So is
attacks,
that 1,300 a year?
38,000 school absence days. This is some shit right here, boy.
Yes.
66,000 lost work days.
How do you calculate that?
Because
This
it's
is
kind of like
ridiculous.
the reparations
So
calculation. You go, oh, I bet there'd be 66,000 less people.
Oh yeah.
Snowball
That's right.
calculations. Get out of here.
There's a lot of other ways we could prevent death here, but I'm not going to go into those because we may get banned for
Snowflake.
saying those things.
Snowflakes are going to do all those things. Miss work. They're going to go to the hospital and they don't need to. They're going to die earlier than they need to. That's a snowflake problem.
Yeah, they'll die when they were supposed to. I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
300,000 cases of asthma. Hell, just give them an inhaler and put them back to work. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, that is,
We're just letting China do whatever the heck they want, and they'll take us over because we're constantly beating ourselves up and taking away stuff from us. They're not doing anything like this.
America's at a point. If something does go bad, it'll happen from the end. It
All right.
won't happen from the outside.
Last story for me, and then we're going to play us out of here. There is a new. Look, I know this may sound crazy. Monkeypox didn't take hold, so I bet you this is going to be the new thing that next year's election, they shut the world down and force you to get a vaccine. 2 women in New York are diagnosed with the first U.S. cases of a highly contagious drug-resistant fungal infection or ringworm that has reached epidemic proportions in South Asia.
There's a TV show on HBO Max about that.
About
Ringworm.
Ringworm?
No, about a fungus.
Well, this just.
Oh, that's true. The last one.
Oh yeah,
Last of
yes,
Us.
yes. Last of Us. That's a good show.
No, that's actually a really good show.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm highly more concerned about funguses than I am viruses.
yes, yes.
And not because of the TV show, but I mean because it actually makes sense.
They're
It
not
doesn't-
saying it kills anybody. It's just they got these ringworm all over their body.
I'm sure they got a vaccine already in the works that they'll make you pay thousands of dollars for, and the government will pay thousands of
Yeah,
dollars per
or
dose.
force you to quit your job.
Or
Probably.
force you to quit your job if you don't take it. You
It
know?
got the ringworm.
That's why you should wear your sandals in the showers, guys.
That's right.
Use only
I
powdered
wear, I
soap.
wear other people's sandals. in
My
the job.
my shower doesn't have fungus in it. Does
Use
yours?
powdered soap.
No, when I
You
was,
got a lot more
You
people
talking about
using your
public shower?
yeah.
All right. What about a few parting words here? Hey, let's start with the quiet man. Let's start with Marty Mar. Marty Mar, what's your parting words for today?
Everybody have a good rest of the week, and I want to say congratulations to all the seniors graduating this year.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Gary.
Catch you on the flip side, y'all.
TW.
You got to start laying down in your showers now to be able to build up some tolerance to this new fungus that's coming.
I got a small shower.
Roll
Fortenberry.
around.
This is my anniversary week, so baby, I love you.
How many more times we're going to hear about your
Did you
freaking
go snip,
anniversary?
snip?
This is the second time.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but we got a lot more this week. All right, guys, look. Go like us, love us, whatever you do. Say something bad about us.
Throw up a V for a vasectomy.
Scissors.
Outlaw.